Sorry about that. Damn, RJ, you should have started that assault. You didn't even.
Man,
I was we're over here fumbling.
Fucked up.
This is the first podcast we've ever done.
How
do we do this?
Never seen the swingy arm things like that.
Yeah. Damn. Last time you were here,
a year ago, man.
Yeah, May 1st of last year, his episode dropped. Last year, 2023.
That's wild.
That's a
long
wild
time, bro.
I can't believe it's been a year.
And still, I hold the title.
Wow. Yeah, I think you just reclaimed it from Cam. I meant to count.
I never reclaimed it.
No.
Oh,
see, a draw. You don't. Lose, the champion does not lose in the event of a draw.
You've been holding on to the belt.
I've been having it for a while. So
you know what?
I've been had it for a while.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, Cam's been pretty silent.
That is very true.
Since your very last call out, your last time on, because I think you came on, then he came on, and then you came on right after him, and he got real quiet.
Yeah.
He
haven't heard much from him.
He kind of acting like Drake right now.
I'm just saying, real champs defender.
Whoa.
You know?
Yeah.
Well,
I think you have to defend it.
Oh,
it ain't even been taken.
Can I just say,
absolutely,
I have been ridiculously invested in this Drake Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, really?
Like ridiculous.
I know.
How
many songs do I like?
You know what sucks at this time? By the time this drops, who knows what's gonna be out?
Well, okay. So how many?
Is it over?
It's are there? Now?
It's over.
How many disses? Drake? Where was Kendrick the last one to put one out?
Well, hold on. Where do you start?
Okay. Well,
what is your starting point? Give us the starting point.
The starting point is like that.
No, first-person shooter would have to be if you're going to do it that way. Because first-person shooter, he said Big 3, and then like that, he responded to Big 3.
Okay,
he said,
so then it was
I can't say what he said, but he said.
So it was like that, and then it was 7-minute drill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is now deleted, so technically you can kind of like star 69 that shit out of there.
Count it. And then Drake came back with, what was the name? Push-ups.
Yeah.
And then,
which I like that one.
Yeah,
I did. I was like, all right, cool.
I like the.
Well, then clearly you like Family Matters because Push-ups is just an extended.
I liked that one. What was it? Euphoria that dropped. I was like, oh well, you know.
So Push-ups, then Euphoria,
right? And then I was like, oh man, you know, Push-ups was good, but Taylor Made, right? That dropped it some between.
Taylor Made was after Euphoria.
Either which way,
hard as nails.
Either which way, when Euphoria dropped, I was like, "There's no way he can recover. There's absolutely no way." And then Family Matters drops, and I was like, "Okay." It was like, to me, I'm watching this thing like a fight in my head. I'm like, "All right, this dude has got dropped 3 times in the first round. He's not making. Oh God, he's coming back." Well, yeah, that's exactly how.
This is
so. Family Matters was a Drake drop, right?
Yeah. I mean, are you following it?
Yeah, I said, I haven't heard it.
You haven't heard Family Matters?
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you as of now.
Okay.
And then didn't Kendrick drop something else?
Dude,
Kendrick,
Meet the Grams.
Meet the Grams, and it sealed the deal.
But then right after Meet the Grams, like, I can't remember how long, but it was definitely within 24 hours. I think it was in hours. He dropped Not Like Us.
Which also
Kendrick
sealed
did?
it. That's number one right now.
But he
played on Spotify or trending or something like that.
It can't be on a streaming service because of the thumbnail for it was a picture of Drake's house with all the pedophile. We're not allowed to say that, are we?
Well, you gotta bleep it. Beep.
PDF files on the the dots, like, you know, there's maps you can look
accents.
like PDF files.
Yeah.
The PDF files.
But you can see the dots and locations where they live. Well, apparently where Drake
there's one
stays. There's like 13. Dude, what? You brought this up. You don't know nothing about it?
That's what I was literally asking you. Is how I didn't know how far it had gotten.
That's as far up as I had gotten. From there, Kendrick got it. And then, y'all have seen the meme of Danny DeVito from It's Always Sunny,
yes.
Where he's like, we got to make a song.
Yeah.
Dude, Drake literally made that song.
Don't diddle the kids.
We don't diddle kids. Yeah.
He goes,
Drake made that song.
Yeah.
Right after that, and took the biggest L. Oh my god!
I saw like a breakdown of it, but I didn't watch like an entire video of it. And
but that wasn't Family Matters. There was one after that Drake did.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was like Heart 6 or 6.
The Heart Part 6 is what that.
Yeah,
one was.
That one was just.
And at the very end of it, he literally is talking on it. He's like, "Man, you trying too hard with all this PDF file stuff. Y'all need to come correct. Like, I'm speaking facts." Like, he's talking. Like, he literally sound. It'd be like if after you got beat up legitimately, you'd be like, "Man, you need to stop throwing all these hooks and start throwing straight shots."
Yeah.
Like, them hooks got your ass, though, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah,
which one is the one
done.
that did he talk about Millie Bobby Brown and any of this shit?
Did Drake or Kendrick? Kendrick. I think he said something about her.
Yeah, he did it in one of them. I can't remember.
But
there's so many, dude. It's crazy. There's so many.
And this has all happened within the past,
and you know,
3 weeks.
Yeah,
or something.
It's since May 2nd or 3rd. It started.
May 2nd.
2nd or 3rd. It was
3 days ago.
Or March 2nd or 3rd. No,
April. Maybe
there's a month in between there.
March, April, May.
Somebody look up whenever that first one was.
It was in April, sometime in April.
Maybe it was April, yeah.
First quarter of April.
Yeah, maybe it was April 3rd or 4th. It was on like a Friday, and they just started bam, 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 bam. Yeah. But and you know how I feel about Drake, Kendrick. I think got it. Him? I don't think he bodied him, but I think he has something on Drake. That he's saying, I have my finger on a real button. You really want to say some shit. And I think that's why on the very last Drake song, he's like, y'all need to stop with all this. Y'all being crazy. Let's not get too crazy.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I think, what is Ice Cube's son's name? It's like Shia.
Oh, man. Isaiah or something like that.
It's something. He was in Straight Outta Compton. Yeah. He was like the main guy playing Ice Cube. Yeah. Anyways, he apparently went on an interview and was like, Kendrick literally, he must know Kendrick or something. They must talk because he's like, Kendrick baited him into this battle. That's why he brought up the big three. It's not big three, it's Big Me.
Big Me. Yeah.
So he baited him into like, yo, bite on this. Because I got some real shit if you want to go.
Yeah.
And I think
so why did Drake go into it then?
But hold on. I think because Drake was like, I'm going to hit him harder because he doesn't know what I know. And then Kendrick's like, oh, I know.
Oh,
so go ahead and hit a little harder than you think.
In the last one, dude, was it the Heart Part 6? He's like, yeah, well, like I had someone tell you that, so that's all lies. You know?
He goes
like everything you just said. I had someone tell you that, like that's
literally
that's lies. And then also by the way, like I ain't never been with nobody like underage. I'm too famous for that. Duh, like bro, these are the worst. It was oh god.
He said, "I'll never second look at an underage girl." So you first look at her. Also, he said, whoever fed you all that information was a clown. And then, like maybe 8 bars later, he's like, "We fed you all that information."
Running with clowns.
So yeah. So are you a clown?
Yeah.
Also, like I've been watching a lot of people talk about this. Wouldn't you release the information?
It reminds me of
like wouldn't you record the person telling Kendrick? Be like, yo, Kendrick, Drake's got this crazy. He touches stuffs.
Yeah.
That he shouldn't.
You mean Kendrick record the information?
No, don't you think Drake, if he's gonna like, if I'm gonna roast the fucking piss out of RJ, and you're I'm gonna tell you some shit, but you're the leak to him, and I know you're about to call him on speaker.
Yeah.
I'm recording you on my phone.
I got you. Yeah,
so then whenever he goes, yo, fucking Cody can't spell for real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop like bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop. No, I'm gonna drop that footage and be like, see, you're a fucking idiot. I just released.
Or throw it in a fucking.
I can spell ABCD. Fuck you.
All right. Well,
see what I'm saying?
3 letters, baby. What the fuck was I gonna say? God damn it!
Like, why wouldn't you come with like if you are leaking?
Where's the proof?
Well, do you think that
none of them have proof? By the way, there's nobody's giving legitimate receipts. Like,
do you think that Drake knows what Kendrick knows?
No. I think what is going on is I think Drake is like he might know this thing. I think Kendrick knows a little more than what Drake thinks, but I think what it is like. You know when you're really a big adult.
Things that whether any of it's true or not. I mean, it's a rap battle. You're supposed to be insulting them. It doesn't really fucking matter if they have proof or not. Really, it's his response to it, and his response to it was terrible. If he would have been able to respond to it in a way and twist it in a way that made him seem like, yeah, dude, you're stupid for even bringing that up.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But no, instead he's like, and pointing the finger elsewhere. It's funny.
It's
so
crazy.
I think he takes the L.
What's insane to me?
Just completely out of this.
Dude, he was,
and rightfully so. I think if we're gonna retroactively look at J. Cole, he did exactly the right move.
Oh, I think he won.
But I think,
maybe not.
I think he should have never dropped the 7-minute freestyle because even when he dropped it, I was like, this is kind of mid. To be honest.
Oh yeah, same. I was
like, hey, man. Hunting wabbits.
Well, I think Hard as Nails, but
pricey.
But I think what.
Go ahead, say Hard as Nails.
Huh?
Go ahead and say Hard as Nails.
Nails.
FYB.
Hard as Nails. Okay.
So, the whole album was Hard as Nails.
So here's
but then the 7-minute freestyle, I was like, did somebody hit you with a pillow? What's going on?
But I think here's the thing: is that is J. Cole as a human, right? Like I think that he is very like. Yeah, I'll fuck with y'all a little bit, but this is not what I'm here to do.
Yeah, he's
I'm here to
so
put out
good at subliminally
music.
touching
I'm going to
people.
say, like, yeah, I get what you're saying, and I'm going to throw a couple shots back, but I'm not going to be a part of this thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Which I think kind of sums up J. Cole as an artist and, like, who he is. That's why he hasn't continued to kind of beef.
But I think if we're looking at the kind of the play that Kendrick did so well, not that he knew that he was going to battle Drake in 2024. I don't think so. But
not on my bingo card.
Yeah, but when he dropped the Mr. Morale thing, he basically 8 Miled himself. He's like, yo, look at all this shit I did wrong recently. I did a lot of bad shit.
Yeah.
And now Drake is just like rewriting Mr. Morale to him.
That's so funny.
It's like, dude, I've already said all those things.
I was thinking about it a few days ago. I was talking, it popped in my head. I was like, damn, Drake's like Papa Doc at the end of fucking 8 Mile.
Yeah,
he just standing there and just like
champion, and then Kendrick left him speechless.
Man, I still fuck Brittany Murphy in the fucking studio though. Man. It's fucking all right, cool.
Yeah, that sums it up.
Yeah, that's I don't know. He needs to take a vacation, let it cool down.
Yeah, because you know what else he's not thinking about?
Let more Diddy stuff come out.
Is like all the albums that are about to drop. Because literally Kendrick's about to drop an album.
Yeah.
ASAP is supposed to be dropping an album this year. You know what Kendrick should do? There is a rumor out there that Kendrick is about to drop another one, which by the time this comes out, probably dropped it. But he's doing it with somebody.
With a diss track?
Yes. So the rumor that's being floated...
Is ASAP?
No, it's Pusha T. Or... Somebody was like, yeah, the rumor is Pusha T, but you know it'd be even bigger than that is if they did Rihanna. Because the whole, like, him loving Rihanna and them having a thing, but then A$AP Rocky had a baby with her.
Yeah.
But I think Pusha T would be bigger because Pusha T literally silenced Drake.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Pusha T was like, yo, fucking what's up with the baby? And then he's like, yo, yeah, I do have a kid, though.
Yeah,
my bad on that.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah. And he got a name.
Yeah.
It ain't Adonis, you know? That whole, or Adidon or whatever.
Adidon.
Adidon? That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anybody's ever fully silenced a beef on one track. Like, boom. And the song was not terrible. Do you listen to it today? No.
No.
Nobody listens to it today.
I will still throw it on randomly. Like, every couple months I'll throw it on because I'm like, damn, I kind of want to hear that.
Okay, that's kind of like one of the splits, right? Is like what makes a good diss track.
Yeah.
Is it replayability? Like, am I going to bump this in my car, or am I going to put this on, when we're all vibing? Or is it more of the information or the dirt being thrown? Because my I have a helper with me at work, Logan, right? And he's 10 years younger than me, so there's this big pop culture difference.
Yeah.
And a huge gap there. Oh, man, he makes me feel like an old motherfucker so much. But he's in that kind of realm of like, he still thinks Kendrick, he's with me on the Kendrick thing, but, he is in that more of that realm of like, music needs to be more catchy than it needs to have more substance. Whereas I think music needs more substance than it needs to be catchy.
I think I'm with you on that. But that is what the young culture feels.
Isn't that wild? Like, it needs to kind of mesh in the middle, and truly.
J. Cole is that mesh, I think. He's a perfect both.
See, that's the thing. My helper thinks he's lame and says everybody his age thinks he's lame.
That's wild.
Which is wild to me.
I don't know about that.
But, it's
But I agree, and I feel like if we were judging this like a fight, Kendrick won the fight. And it was certain rounds were close.
Mm-hmm. I think the first, if we were judging it like a 5-round title fight.
Yeah, if it's a title fight,
first
Kendrick walked away with the title for sure.
Or first 3 rounds were close. First 2 rounds were really close. Third round was kind of close. 4th and 5th round, Kendrick took.
Yeah, you're like, off. Oh, these are why he is champion.
Yeah.
And I think the thing that you could counterbalance if you're Logan, like if he was here, I think you could say, well, I'm for sure listening to the Drake songs more. The only Kendrick song that I've been listening on repeat of the ones that he's put out is Euphoria. because I think it's so well done.
Yeah,
the other ones I'm like
is really good too. Because the West Coast beat. That one has a West Coast beat.
See, you might like not like us because you like West Coast so much. But like
that was the original one that started it?
No, that
was the one that ended it. That was the one where you remember
not like you said that was the one that started it.
No, Like That was the response to first person shooter mode.
Okay.
And then Not Like Us has been the final one to this very second, but when this drops, who knows? Yeah. If that Pusha T thing comes out, Drake better go on tour in fucking Canada or something. Or Mars.
Yeah, he better. I don't know.
Or KB12
for a little while.
Have y'all heard about KB12?
Going to the ground with the lizard elites.
The city lights on it?
No. What are you talking about?
You said KB12, right?
KB12, yeah.
Like I thought that was a planet that
has
is. Lights on it.
It ain't got no lights on it.
Oh.
Did they put lights on it?
There's a different planet then, I guess.
Well, the planet is
we're talking about two different planets.
Yeah, maybe. But it's like supposed to be the newfound Earth, and it's like way bigger than us. Mm-hmm. So they think that like maybe we could ruin that one too.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's like 50 million.
Elon Musk is like, I'm gonna buy all that.
I'm heading there.
Yeah.
No, there's something about one out there that they've taken photographs of, and it looks like there's like city lights on the planet already.
How you feel about that?
That'd be cool. I mean,
also,
he's like, yeah, that's cool.
I mean, like, honestly, I'm one of those people that, I believe in both. Like, as far as like, I believe in like, I believe in like creationism is a thing. Like, I believe in a higher power. I believe in God. You know what I mean?
I was like,
but I also.
Oh, my bad. No disrespect. I didn't mean it like that.
No. Yeah. But I also believe that there's I don't want to say believe.
We're not the only thing in the.
I don't want to say believe because there are things that I play with. I like thinking. I like being open-minded. At the end of the day, in my heart of hearts, I believe what I believe about God and all that. But when I think of the universe, I don't think everything has to be exactly what they necessarily tell us.
Yeah, or have thought of in the past.
Right, and it's like who knows? Maybe there was a creator, but it's not as hands-on, and we're just trying to explain everything. It's like I've used the analogy like the kid in the college dorm room gets a fish and he just throws it on the thing and he just leaves.
Yeah,
and bacteria grows and algae grows or whatever, or ants. At a like an ant farm, and just whatever happens, and who knows, right?
Yeah.
Like who knows, and if there is a creator, why wouldn't you? There's so many theories you could go with. Yeah. Why wouldn't you have different parts at quadrants of the galaxy that they'll never see each other and try different things? So like there's so many different ways because there's so much that's unknown that I wouldn't be really surprised by anything.
Yeah,
if that makes sense, right? Because like I think about it a lot. I know it sounds really stupid, but I'm just saying, like I think about it a lot, and it's like, well, maybe they don't breathe oxygen. Life can't be there because they don't. There's oxygen's not on that planet. Well, maybe they evolved to breathe something different.
Dude, we could revisit this topic. We've had this conversation before.
Are you about to do ocean versus space?
That's exactly.
I was going to ask him about this.
Yeah, go ahead.
What is to you, off rip? What is more scary, the ocean here on Earth? Or all of space?
Okay. Do you want me to give you? Listen. Do you want me to give you?
Yes.
A ridiculous answer that I still think could be true, or
both?
Either way. Look, we'll start with ridiculous. There could be something hidden down there, and that's why the pressures are so immense that no one can get close to it.
Hey,
I'm
listen.
just saying it's where the reptilians live.
You know how much shit is hidden in space?
Hillary lives down there, dog.
Okay.
Clinton.
That's where Tupac went.
We've seen her on the TV.
That's where Tupac went. That's where all these celebrities... Epstein.
Elvis. Fucking Drake's career.
Listen, that's cool, dude. That's fine. They can be down there. But you know how much shit is out in space that we have no idea, dude.
Dude, same thing, though. I feel like you just don't know.
You know what's wild?
Think about what's wild? Think about all
Let me say this first. You know what's wild? Is you can throw a rock as far as you can fucking throw a rock straight up. I guess. You can't swim that deep. Think about that.
Look,
I don't know. You could get pretty far down.
Then you throw like a bitch.
You could get pretty far down. I think you'd be surprised.
Me. No,
I think I could get. I could get. Down.
I bet you can't get 15 foot down. 15 feet. I know what the fuck I'm saying. 15 feet.
Okay, dude.
You'll drown, dude.
Well, it's like
your little baby lungs.
Yeah, it's like the thing that happened earlier this year, right? Like What's the?
This is what I was going to say.
He goes.
This is what I was going to say.
Earlier?
No, no. The ocean gate, right? Like the thing, where
it exploded,
imploded,
whatever.
Pressure.
Imploded.
Oh, the fucking submarine.
Yeah, right? Because you got too close.
I thought you said ocean gate. I was like, was there an ocean gate open? Fuck,
ocean gate. Wasn't that what it was called? Ocean gate or what?
It was something like that.
Something like that. I don't know.
But here's my thing. Think about all the planets that have oceans on them that we haven't explored any of.
What if oceans are the fucking portal of the universe? What if
that's
we're letting shit out?
See, that's what I like more than knowing the real. Because at the end of the day, the real.
Hold on, you looking at me like that? Have you never taken a shit?
Yeah, I have taken a shit.
Okay, I've never been in your asshole, but I know some crazy shit's coming out of that.
Yeah, but we would know about if crazy shit was coming out.
You think we just have cameras on all the ocean at all the time?
No, I don't think so. But
Shut
I think that
the fuck up then.
But I think that you would know if there's like a giant fucking thing in the ocean that just came out.
You think you would know? Why do you think we would know that?
Because there's shit all the time in the ocean.
What is in Gordon's house right now?
I don't know.
There
but
you
Gordon
fucking go.
That.
That's really close to us.
But Gordon lives there, and Gordon knows. See what I'm saying? There's way more than just
me. That's his house.
There's way more than just
you think he knows what's underneath his house?
They know what's down there. They're increasing the pressure, so when you get close to the bottom, they're
fuck both.
Hey,
fuck both y'all.
I'm listening to what you're saying. They're increasing the pressure on our own thing. I don't know about that.
hey, no, but seriously,
I don't think we're gonna die.
Really, the reason the ocean is more fearful or scary is just because it's on our planet.
And it's black as fuck.
It's on our planet. Now everything else,
space is lit.
There's literally. I mean, there's anything we can do about the ocean on our planet, but there's literally nothing we can do about space. There's nothing. Mm-hmm. We can try to drill. We can try to Armageddon it and call Bruce Willis and send him up
I'll
there,
reverse what you just said. We can do something. Hold on, what did you just say?
Well, we can't do anything in space. What are we going to...
Okay,
we can blow up an asteroid, maybe, but
yeah, exactly. We can shoot things at things coming at us, and we can be like, please no.
Yeah.
But inside of us, we can't do nothing about that. What are we going to say? Hey, can you just
pretty terrifying.
maybe leave?
They did say that whenever that submersible was down there...
That's what it's called.
They were like, yeah, there's absolute...
The submersible.
I'm pretty sure Ocean Gate was the name of the...
name of the company that was doing it. Okay. Yeah, that's what he was talking about.
Yeah,
you forgot the word submarine for a while, huh?
Yeah, the submersible...
I said the boat that went down.
They said that there was no rescue. There would be no rescue if it had sunk to the bottom. There'd be no rescue at all.
Yeah.
There's no way. Which is,
but I mean, terrifying. That's true.
That's terrifying because, of course, you have.
But here's my
ridiculous people.
Please say your thing.
Here's my thing.
Go ahead.
You can last in the ocean, right?
What do you mean
you can
last?
Swim around. You can fucking swim. You can keep your head out of the water.
You can swim around.
Or you can hold your breath for a little while under water, right?
A little while, within a minute. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's a minute, right?
Recycling all three.
But if you go out into space and you open the fucking door, dude, you're dead immediately.
That's what they tell you.
What is your point?
Have you been to space? That's what they tell you. That's what they tell you.
Hold on. So what is the point of scary there? If you know that's already going to happen, there's no fear there. It's just going to happen.
So you're saying you don't fear death?
No, I do fear death.
There you go.
Okay, but look, if I put my hand on the stove, it doesn't mean I'm going to avoid going to the stove. It means hey, I'm going to put a pot and cook on that shit. I'm not just going to be like,
We're not talking about a pot on the stove. We're talking about opening a door in space.
Yes.
Dead.
But understand what the fuck I'm saying.
Dive down into the water and take a look at some shit.
I can't believe that this is one of our biggest topics
Can I be on the both boat? Because they're both pretty fucking terrifying.
You can get on the both boat, but listen to my point real quick.
Yeah.
My point is,
no, I'm not going to listen.
I said, say your point, remember?
Yeah.
I gave the thing. This is what I'm saying is, if 100% you know as soon as you hit that line that we're in space, you're dead. Mm-hmm. That eliminates all the fear. You already know that's going to happen 100%. What is the fear? You know you're dead. It's not like a monster's waiting out there to grab you. What's in the ocean? Bunch of fucking monsters you don't know about.
We're not talking about that. There's a whole bunch of shit out there that we don't know about too.
Where's out there?
In space. In space.
Yeah, but you're not even going to be in space. You're dead already.
Yeah, but
so ocean there, in fact, is 100% more scary because you can people go on vacation to play in the ocean. Yeah. Nobody vacations to the edge where they're gonna maybe die in the fucking space. They die.
They're working on that technology.
Yeah, and guess what? The ocean is like, hey, maybe you motherfuckers aren't scared of me. I'm coming to shore now. I'm grabbing your ass.
The ocean.
The ocean sending their little fucking
we know his
predators.
Yeah, no, he's been on this side forever.
I'm not even scared of the ocean or the fucking space, but I'm saying
you're so scared of
the two. If you can survive in both, let's just hypothetically speak. Say you get like a bubble or maybe like a spacesuit, and you can be in space.
Yeah, a scuba tank.
You literally once you're in space, like say I do this, and you're in space, you're going that way forever. For the rest of time, forever. Sure. Never, ever to be stopped, ever. Never, Hilton.
Yeah.
Never. You cannot stop.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't have no control.
So you have control in the ocean.
In the ocean, you have no control over what happens to you.
You can't control what happens to you out there.
But what I'm saying is, like,
you can't control where you go out there. You can't control where you can control where you go.
So, do you want to die in the light or the dark? What do you rather? Like in a realistic point of view.
I don't think you understand how
yeah, but let me say my
dark space is either.
That's what I'm saying.
They're both dark.
Yeah, but it's lit a fuck up. Like you're getting the sun from point of view. Like from behind you, probably because you're going out in space. Depending on where the sun is.
In space, huh?
But you see what I'm saying? The sun is all the fuck out there. But if you're out in the ocean.
No, I mean, you get like a couple planets away, dude. That sun doesn't fucking work.
Okay, but defend the ocean then. You're out in the ocean. You cannot see. You know what I'm saying? You can't see. So depending on where you're out in the ocean, like where you go fish.
Yeah.
Even during the brightest fucking part of the day.
Yeah, you can't see 100 foot down, but you can see fucking everywhere.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, how fucking deep is where you're at when you're out there? How many hundreds of feet?
That depends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
depends.
Between like 100 and 1,800 foot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What can be that fucking big down there? You could have like.
I mean, there's like sharks and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those are.
Well, you know, if we learn,
what's in space?
If we learn anything,
there's no fucking space sharks.
How do we know? Fucking
you don't know that. Though.
Yes, we do. We would see something by now.
Okay, but you're saying we wouldn't see something in the fucking ocean if it was on planet Earth?
I cannot believe, Luke, and I love you. Dude. I love you as a person.
You're fucking crazy.
I love you as a person.
You don't understand how big this space is, dude.
Yeah, but
it is gigantic.
Actually, and space is still going.
Look, it does not end.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. And maybe we haven't.
Kind of scary. It's alive and growing.
Maybe we haven't gotten to the space sharks thing, but this is how I know in our lifetime you're going to jail at least once, okay? Because you don't understand jail. Space.
What are you talking about,
you don't understand space is why I know you're gonna be doing some dumbass shit in your life.
I don't understand.
You're on the ocean all the time. How do you not understand it's dangerous?
I don't find it. I don't think it's dangerous, dude. I just don't. I mean, it's water.
If you ever sleep in this house again, I'm raping you.
What the fuck, dude?
Okay, timestamp that. I'm gonna have to bleep that. Just don't say that again.
I was like, oh god, this got really uncomfortable.
Why do you have to, like? Why, I don't understand.
Because you need to live with some fear in your life. Okay,
I don't like that shit. Doesn't scare sharks. Don't scare me, dude. Like
I'm gonna scare you in there.
I don't think you like. I don't get it.
Hey, I will.
The thing is,
blink twice.
Because
if you need help,
because you've been in the ocean a lot, so you're like, this ain't nothing,
right?
You ain't never been in space, so you think it's nothing.
Hey, actually, look up how many people, because I mean, I'm sure
have died in space.
I wonder.
Yeah, how many fucking rich people are there? You know how accessible the ocean is. Whose point are you on right now?
No, I'm just.
I don't know if I need to attack you or defend you.
I'm.
You said both.
I'm Switzerland. Just.
Hey, how many people have died in space?
I'm just curious.
Well, we know
I'm just curious
for sure a few
here's
people.
The thing. There's definitely been for sure a few people die in space, right?
Okay.
But there's only been a set amount of people who have ever been to space.
So then we have to go on percentages and averages.
People in space.
I'm on your side.
Now, how many millions of people have ever been on the water?
Been on the water?
On the water. Hundreds of millions of people have been on the water.
Hey, did you
know? I have no idea where you're going with this. I agree.
Did you know?
The percentage might not be as many. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they're probably
I bet you more people have died percentage-wise in space.
Well, percentage
percentage-wise, there's probably maybe 1,000 people been to space. Maybe. Hold on. It says
now you can't
as of March 24th or 2024, in-flight accidents have killed 15 astronauts and 4 cosmonauts. I don't know the difference.
Those are Russian people.
Okay. In 5 separate accidents, 3 of the flights have been known as the Kármán line. Whatever, that doesn't matter.
Challenger doesn't count.
Well, I didn't say the Challenger. It said Kármán line.
They're probably including Challenger in that, though.
I understand what you're saying. They didn't make it to orbit. I get it.
Did you know James Cameron went down to the Titanic twice? That's where the people.
Like pretty fucking. That's where they were trying to go, right?
That's where the people were trying to go.
Yeah.
He went down there twice when he was filming the Titanic.
Yeah, but that was a man-made thing. Like I think.
Yeah, no. What that dude? What dude?
Well, but what I'm saying, like that was like a private.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like 5 different.
It wasn't like a militant place.
It was like 5 different materials, which everything has different expanding and contracting.
You talking
rates.
about the Ocean Gate one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they were
that's what. Yeah, because he tried to build it out of carbon
fiber.
Okay,
so the official. It's actually one more than that. It says, in the 60 years that humans have been going to space, 20 people have died. 14 in NASA tragedies of 1986 and 2003. So just those 2 singular years, I guess. No other years people have died from what it's saying. Well, and then the 1971 Russian thing killed the other people.
Here's the tricky question there, though, or I guess
how many people have gone to space?
Be like, I don't know how many people we have sent to space per se, right? Because they consider orbit one thing. That's where the space station
681.
is, right? So like space would be completely outside of our atmosphere. So, they do have it up there in the past the stratosphere. I don't remember. I don't pay attention to small details.
Well, it says 680 people have successfully breached the altitude of space, according to the USAF.
Hey, can we just take a second and be like,
maybe,
man, you guys are some bad motherfuckers, right? Like 600 and how much? 80?
Yeah, but
out of 8 billion people, man.
That's, not 681 of them came back.
You gotta be real qualified for that shit.
Yeah, hey, man. I'm just saying, man. That's a badge of honor. I would wear loud and proud.
What is it? 681 divided by 0.20? How do you figure out the
680 divided by the number? Should give it to you.
681 divided by 20?
Yeah. Oh, man. What is
34%?
No, that's not it. No, do 20 divided by 681.
That's simple probably math. It. 0.02%. So
0.02%.
Probably still space.
0.02%. It's 0.2%.
That's the number. I don't know, brother.
That would just basically all that you're going to see is space is statistically more dangerous than the water because more people get in the water and get out of the water.
You know what's even crazier than all of that is driving.
Oh yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Driving is insane.
Driving kills more people than anything.
And nobody's scared. Well, I'm sure there's people scared to drive, but when you get in your car in the morning, you never think like
you don't shiver. Yeah. You're not.
Yeah, you're.
Driving is a wild one. I was thinking about it not too long ago because
we just spent 30 minutes on that. That was too much. What did you say that started us on that?
Why you gotta blame me?
Because I remember
it seemed like this was a continuation
because I looked at you and I was like, I know
conversation I was not present for. I was like, oh
yeah, but you started something, and I looked at him and I was like, no.
You were talking about the Ocean Gate thing or something, weren't you?
I don't remember, man. I was in the moment.
That's how it started.
Yeah, but what was said right before that?
He was talking about the ocean. I remember that.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Yeah,
Tell him about something. My bad.
We were talking about like
Mercury was in retrograde.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you definitely was saying something about the submersible.
Maybe. No, because I think we were on.
We were talking about Drake and Kendrick, and then you started going off on something else, and then you're like, you know what's crazy? What's in the ocean? And then I was like, oh fuck, we're about to do something here.
Dude.
I don't remember, man.
Anyways, you were saying wrestling has changed.
Yeah, wrestling's changed, man. I was watching WrestleMania the other day. So
the last one?
Yes.
Yeah. So I haven't watched it in quite a while. Like, I haven't watched it to where in long enough where when I stopped watching it, I didn't know who Roman Reigns was, right? And then I had a friend in high school who watched it because I stopped watching wrestling when I was about ninth grade or so. 2009-ish, and that's when I really got into MMA. I'd watched them both for a little bit, and then I just went, head into MMA. But so I didn't know who those guys were, and then I watched the WrestleMania this last month or so.
WrestleMania 40.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like he's at the end of his career now, or towards the end of his career, and I'm like, God, man, I've missed a whole generation, and it just is so different. And it's weird, right? Because I feel like the wrestling has gotten better. Like everything looks tighter.
Yeah,
the guys have gotten smaller, which now I kind of get that aspect of Vince's preference. That, man, it is fun to watch these big dudes, just larger than life, toss people around. Like watching all these small dudes do it, I'm like, dude, I watched people do that in the UFC. Like Michael, what was his name, Pereira, this last weekend.
Oh yeah,
yeah, you know. So I miss the old times. And the personalities aren't as good as they used to be, though.
Yeah,
the personalities and things like that.
But I also feel like back in the day when they were going through the phase right before the Attitude Era, they were going through literally every character you could think of.
And that was rough, too.
Repo Man, Doink, fucking...
And everything has to evolve. Like, that's one thing...
Cowboys, all sorts of shit.
One thing that I've noticed throughout my life is that everything you can look at it as somewhat connected is like, it's got to evolve. It's got to evolve. Humans have to evolve. Animals have to evolve. Businesses and concepts and story arcs and everything. Our just whole race is based on just evolving and moving forward.
Well, and I think that you were talking about is they're making the entrance toward a new era, right? Like, they're supposedly getting bought out by Netflix or something, or they're going to Netflix.
Well,
right?
TKO has sold off the rights to WWE Raw in 2025 to start airing, so you'll have Mondays on Netflix Live. But I think a lot of that is like trying to. I just was talking to Chase about this when he was cutting my hair. I was like, they're gearing up. If this whole Jake Paul thing goes successfully, I think they're going to be running right behind it, trying to get UFC when their streaming rights come available. I think it's 2026, January 2026. How many live events
has Netflix done? Because I
never. They've done comedy.
I watched my first one the other night when they did the roast of Tom Brady, which was actually
so fucking good.
Dude, that was really good.
So good. Have you seen
the bad parts were good, man. The bad parts were good. Like that. Like a lot of times you watch these roasts. I've watched roasts like my whole life.
Yeah.
And you watch them, and sometimes like the bad parts are just like insufferable. The jokes aren't good. The delivery's not good. Even from the people that aren't normally comics, aren't like into being there. You see guys that are just there for the money. But like this one, it was Brady and his teammates, and so the football players.
Bledsoe killed it. And he's now or whatever, retired quarterback, but he was like Brady's backup. Mm-hmm. Not a comic.
Yeah.
Killed it.
No, but, I mean, most of those guys have everything.
Brady was his backup.
Yeah, but then he sat.
Yeah, he got hurt, and then
becoming Brady's backup.
I mean, most of those guys, they have writers that write all
I know, but he delivered it.
No, that's what I'm saying is like you can tell. So they had some of the best comics right now there. They had what's that dude's name? I don't really care for. God.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
No, I like Tony. Bert. He's okay.
I wasn't assuming.
I don't care for Bert, but Tony was there. Bert was there. Tom was there. I thought Bert and Tom did terrible.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Andrew Schultz. Yeah, cannot stand
Segura
that guy.
Didn't do good.
No, dude, neither one of them did.
Oh, really?
Dude, Andrew Schultz killed. Tom and Bert looked like
they gave them a
nervous.
6-minute window to do jokes. Him and Tom together.
Oh, but they could have did that. Tom was riffed off each other way better than.
But it was really like Tom going, and then Bert kind of ad-libbing to what he was saying. Yeah.
Nikki Glazer, she did a great job.
Nikki Glazer is a killer.
But Gronk crushed it. Gronk crushed it because his personality and his charisma like bled through the lines he was reading.
But did you see Nikki Glazer's like throwaway lines that she did on Howard Stern the following day?
Those were
she had some killer. There's like I follow this other dude that does stand up.
Tom did terrible at first, and then he settled in. He looked a little goofy there for a minute, but Belichick did a good job. I ain't never seen that man smile. I've seen that man win, 6 championships, and I haven't seen him smile that much.
It's crazy. Yeah. Kevin Hart hosted it.
Yeah, Kevin did a great job.
He did a great job. At the very beginning, he bombed for like 2 seconds, and like he started his thing for like 20 minutes, and maybe like 16 minutes into it, he did like a little baby bomb.
Oh, really?
A baby bomb where everybody's like, ooh, and he's like, I don't give a fuck. This is live, and he just roasts them, and then he wins them back instantly.
Oh, Ben Affleck was awful.
I didn't see the whole thing.
He was on something.
Really?
He just went on a rant about haters and fans. It was.
Dude, I will say,
Kim Kardashian, she had something to say. Dana White,
she got booed.
Oh yeah,
booed.
She got booed, bro.
Like visibly heard it, and she stopped. And
this
she's
place
like,
was sold out, dude. Look, you got to see
forum,
dude. That's wild.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
He could play James Bond if he could act. Dude, look, that looks like James Bond.
Is this a hot take that Tom Brady is not that attractive?
Dude, I don't know. That was pretty attractive. Hot. I just said that he could look like he's
James
like
Bond. A 6'3", 6'4", just.
Oh, dude, watch.
Look, I'm not saying.
Did you see Kevin give Gronk dap and hug him? Oh my god, it was so funny. His head was like
tiny.
Dude,
I saw that picture. Yeah,
he's a tiny guy.
I mean, I think you're kind of wild for saying Tom Brady isn't attractive.
I'm not saying he's not attractive.
It's an angles thing. It's an angles thing because sometimes they'll get him on here and they'll show an angle where he's making like a face or doing something. I would say
that he's equivalent to Tom Cruise in that way. In some angles, Tom Cruise looks very attractive. In some way,
I really hate that you're making me do what I'm about to do, but Tom Cruise is definitely more attractive than Tom Brady. By a lot. And I don't like Tom Cruise at all, so I hate to say that.
Yeah, I'm glad I got you too. But I still think Tom Brady's.
Look, you're saying I said he wasn't attractive. I didn't say that. I said he's not.
What did you say?
Hot take, I don't think he's that attractive. If you watch this, you'll hear them suck his dick off.
Yeah,
he has no dick anymore. He is now a female. Well, there's no penis there.
Because that's just kind of been his thing. He's attractive for a quarterback in the NFL. Name him. Who's a more attractive quarterback in the NFL?
Patrick Mahomes right now is more attractive than him.
Who is
the Bills?
Well, I don't know why I'm so. First of all, I don't know why I'm so passionate.
Josh Allen is a smoke show compared to him. Compared to him?
To Tom Brady?
Josh Allen?
Yeah.
Do you know who you're talking about?
Brother, yes. You had to ask me his name.
Okay, this is basically what you're saying.
I know who I'm talking about.
This is basically what you're saying. You want something that's hard, sharp, and rigid versus something that's soft and maybe will take care of you for life.
99.9% of the women do.
Yeah.
No, they like dad bods way more than fucking
the classic. The classic.
Jawline, chiseled jawline. The ones you hang out with. Fuck you. Okay. 99.9% of women do not want.
I don't think we're gonna be friends long, dude.
Oh, dude.
You like Tom Brady.
I think Joe Burrow is more attractive than Tom Brady.
Oh yeah, he's got that Gordy swag.
I think Joe Burrow is more attractive than Tom Brady.
Okay, so you just said name one. You just fucking named one.
I didn't say name one.
Who said name one?
I said.
Look, Andrew Schultz looks like he definitely was on Team Germany. I was gonna say.
Who? What is it?
Andrew Schultz.
He looks so bad, bro.
He literally is Wario.
Wild.
Like a skinny Wario. Isn't that the skinny one?
Who?
The bad Mario. He's called Wario.
Oh, I don't know.
The tall, skinny one. He's like.
Wario. Yeah.
What is the short, fat one then? That's the villain.
Wait, no. I don't know the tall one's name. The short, fat one's Wario. The other one is something else.
Like Waluigi or something?
Maybe.
It's a villain.
Something like
that. He looks literally just fucking like that. But, dude, I will say, I just saw a highlight because, before we were walking in here, I was watching Instagram, and Tony Hinchcliffe's little run that he did.
At Bert?
No, at the whole fucking...
Yeah, no.
Dude, is there a better person on the planet that roasts other than maybe Ross? John Ross?
John Ross? Yeah.
No, Jeff Ross. You mean
Jeff Ross. Jeff? Yeah, my apologies to a fucking comic lord. My bad. But Jeff Ross crushed, and Tony Hinchcliffe has got to be the new Jeff Ross.
Yeah, no, Tony
roasts.
Tony does. That's what he does.
Yeah, Kill Tony is a fucking fantastic podcast. But I mean, he doesn't hold for a second. He'll say something, burn you. Doesn't hold for a laugh for a second. Instantly burn you. Instantly burn. Machine gun that shit.
Also,
that's one of my favorite things as well as telling Logan, because sometimes we'll disagree on taste of comedy, right?
Yeah.
And I told him this is a good one because, yes, you got to get through the parts where people are trying to read and don't have the delivery, but then you get to see these comics come up and go zing, 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 zing. Yeah. And you're just like, oh, God. Yeah. It's like watching a ninja out in the yard and just take out 5 dudes and you're just like, what the fuck happened? You know? And Tony did such a good job. I thought Kevin was doing a great job wrangling everybody in, and
Yeah, what you don't think about
sport, and like that means such a good thing. Much. Like him laughing up there and being so animated, it resonates with the audience.
You can really tell. You can really tell when somebody gets Tom though, because Tom will show his emotion on it. He'll be like,
Yeah,
they'll be like, Nikki Glaser said something about fucking the karate guy, and then because I guess that's where Giselle went.
Dude.
And Jeff Ross was saying some shit like, "You really put the jizz in Giselle," and he's just like,
"Oh no!" Whenever
I want to bring this up because you just said it and it made me think about it. What exactly are we calling a podcast? Because in my head, that is a very good point. In my head, Kill Tony is not a podcast.
That is very hard.
It is not a podcast.
But it is considered the best live podcast. That's literally his tagline for it.
But it's not a podcast.
I agree to an extent. Where do you draw a line?
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily on the fence that it's not, but then what would you call it? A live show?
A live show. Just because there's people in the audience.
I think he calls it a podcast because he puts it out weekly with guests.
Maybe. Maybe.
I think that's why he considers it a podcast because yes, it is.
It's a full-on show.
Sometimes I agree. Sometimes I feel like people can use these loopholes to tag on to that train. Yeah. Not necessarily that there's anything wrong with that. Well, but no, I would consider it a live show. There's people there. You've got a panel of judges. Someone's being judged as a contest.
It's on Spotify and on podcasts, right? Apple Podcasts and stuff, right? So it is on there. I would consider that more of even doing seasons, you know what I mean? Like something like that.
I'd absolutely agree with you that it is something completely different, but I think the reason it falls into those names is because it's the only one really of its kind. So it's like, what would you call it?
Yeah, I guess.
So he just uses the name podcast because it's like...
Well, and it also gives him the freedom, right? He doesn't have to go to a network and things like that where he's like, all right, well, we need you to say this 3 times before, and all these different things. That's the one thing that a lot of these, I watched the Dave Attell special, right? And he had a
Cross Buns. Yeah. I haven't seen it yet.
He had a funny joke. Well, he has all funny jokes, but he had a funny joke in there about I'm the only comedian without a podcast. And here's one thing that I feel about comedians with podcasts. If you notice, this might be a hot take. Some comedians will get these podcasts and then their specials and their content and the quality of their stand-up goes down. And I feel like it's because they're using that on their podcast. Oh, hey, ha, ha, ha. And then they'll tell a zinger. But now we've heard it. It's out. It's no longer special.
I think that's
not a hot take.
I think a lot of them use it as a testing
because I think that's what happened to Bert and Tom. Tom used to be so funny, and Tom used to be one of my favorite comics to watch. And his last little bit has just been rough for me. Especially watching him bomb up there. I'm like, come on, Tom.
I'll be honest. His last show that we went to fucking killed.
Live is probably different.
Yeah,
it's different because he can really cut it.
And even the last recorded one he did, the one that was on Netflix, I thought was fucking hilarious. And the round that he did,
Sledgehammer.
Oh my god, dude! I thought that was hilarious. But I do see what you're saying.
But shout out, there is a big trend. One of the things that like Bill Burr. Bill Burr used to be one of my all-time favorites. I would want Bill Burr to roast me. Someone asked me today who I would want on my panel to roast.
Well, that's a good one. Who would you want to roast?
3, if you had to pick 3
pick
comics.
3. What did
Louis
you say?
C.K., Bill Burr, and Cat Williams probably.
Also is a fucking hitter.
See, I feel like Louis C.K. is good, but to have him roast you, I feel like that's not his forte.
It's not, but I would just want him there to just tell me. See, you're pathetic.
I think if you went with Cat Williams, you get actually hurt.
I think if
you'd be like, ow.
Or I think you would get hurt with.
Come up of him
Did you see him talking about golf?
Dude, Bill Burr. Yeah. Bill Burr.
He just was like, you're just out there with the scenery and the golf, and you just to yourself.
Got 18 opportunities.
Yeah, and he's like, and it's just like life, and I'm like, I almost got offended that you were so accurate with what you just said, and it's like I can't listen to you do a roast on somebody.
Cat Williams has been one of my favorites.
He's so fucking good
forever.
Yeah.
And
I think people label him as crazy, which is not fair.
His comedy comes from an anger place, which makes it so it just hits. Because I'm like, I've been there, man. I know.
Have you seen him when the lady roasted him on the radio show? Where she's like, all right, sit your little midget's ass down. And he didn't even, without a beat, just fucking roast her for 15 minutes straight. And she starts saying, well, you went to prison. And he's like, well, your wig fake. And he's just like, what? Yeah, and he wins and destroys her.
And
I
thought you were talking about
Bill Burr.
Yeah. He's like 15 felonies. What does he say?
You've seen the Philly one with Playboy. The old Philly one with Bill Burr, right?
Yes.
Dude, just legendary. Like
he's like, y'all got a statue of a fake athlete.
Dude. Only one of us got $37 worth of fake jewelry on.
I turned it down. That's what that reminds me of. Like that classic like fucking thing. So your three are Louis C.K., Cat Williams, Bill Burr. What will you go with?
I think Bill Burr I think is a good one. I think Tony Hinchcliffe would be hilarious. Yeah, and honestly, I think Nikki because she has been such a
stop being so on point. Those are so fucking good.
Well, I think any roast she's in, she just fucking kills it.
I would say Jeff, Tony, and Nikki. Because Jeff Ross, Tony Hinchcliffe, and Nikki Glaser, because they literally are so unbelievably sharp in that field. Like, I have better favored comics. Like, Tony Hinchcliffe is not my favorite stand-up comic ever.
But there's this special.
But they fucking... Yeah. Dude.
They are the neurosurgeons of...
And you were saying earlier, you were like, I think Kevin did a really good job. I think being the host of a roast is unbelievably hard and underrated because you have to keep the energy going. Yeah, you have to have a joke between everybody.
Like some of the roasts, the hosts just don't. Yeah, you can tell. And like the only host that I can really remember other than Kevin is Stamos. I remember he held a roast for Bob Saget.
Yeah,
and he did a decent job. But he still he wasn't fun to watch.
You know who else would be good, too? I feel like would do really well in that is Ricky Gervais, too.
Oh, man.
I can't believe I didn't think about
that.
But then who of your three would you drop?
Nikki.
I got to keep Nikki in there. Nikki's so goddamn good. No. I'd have to... Fuck, I can't drop Jeff.
I would drop Bill Burr for...
We're gonna make it 4. We can't. You can't. Ricky, we're making it 4. We're making it 4. Ricky's in there. Ricky, did you see what was that? Grammys?
Yeah.
The very, very last one.
I don't think he did it.
I'm saying like the very last one he did. He was like, accept your little award and fuck off.
Yeah.
That's your friends, not mine.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He's like, and y'all like however you want, and he goes, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Did you see it's your friend.
Your friend.
Did you see the clip of I think it was Johnny Depp where he's like coming up for an award and it's a movie that he's in, right? He like won Best Actor or whatever in the movie, and he's like sitting there talking. He's like, now before you get this, he's like, I just want to ask you something, and he's like, yeah, what's up? And he goes, have you seen the movie yet? And Johnny Depp's no, I haven't. And he goes, okay, cool, and then like walks off stage.
I remember that. Yeah.
It's like, damn, dude, just yeah.
He also had a funny interaction with Mel Gibson too.
It's dark times, right? Like a lot's getting exposed over there in the
industry,
in the old West.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? Out there in Hollywood, it's getting rough. Yeah, I mean, it's weird, right? Because like you listen to the stories and the articles and all that, and you're just like, man, it's awful, but it's like, how did we not see it sooner?
That's, I mean, yeah.
I think a lot of people seen it, but we've never been in a point in time where people have paid attention to people whistleblowing or saying Me Too or whatever the fucking accusation is. Nowadays, people want to cling on to what is... I mean, not that scandal wasn't spicy in the past, but like nowadays it's like people make a whole industry of like, how can we ruin who's the next person we're ruining?
Well, it's technology. They're able
and I say ruin, not that they don't deserve it, like P. Diddy or whoever, Bill Cosby, whatever the thing is.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of these people need to be punished for whatever they did, but some of it is like out of pocket, like whatever's been said. Like the whole Aziz thing, apparently he was just on a date, and it didn't go great, and then it was like he was canceled over it.
Yeah,
we've all had situations that were like
victim mentality.
Yeah,
and the world has been like conditioned to. Well, if you fall down and get hurt, you need to go and tell somebody about it so they can figure out how we can get this fixed. You know, it's you slip in the store and okay, we gotta go sue the store because you didn't watch where you were walking and you slipped on the thing, and then and people taking advantage of the system where it's like, okay, we have this rule. But then they just get into the gray area of the rule, so then the rule has to be rewritten. So now we're overregulated. It's all a chain effect. It's the hard times, weak men, men, hard times. It's all the same.
What a perfect quote, though.
You're really and truly, but like that's what it is, and now like being a victim can get you famous, and being a victim can get you. So for the and the hard part about it, for someone like to have sympathy for everybody is weeding out the true victims that deserve the justice, and that deserve to come out and tell their story and. Yeah. Deal with that, and then the people that are the false accusers who are coming out and trying to just get the clout, and nothing is done. Like, that's the worst part, is that nothing's done to somebody who whistle, or is blowing the whistle, but there's nothing for alert.
Yeah,
right?
What is wild is the real victims typically won't come out, and it's the people that might have been hit with a stray victim-wise that will be like, shit, like the worst thing in my life has ever happened, when really this other person or these people have been like fucking sex trafficked or something, and you got your breast touched or your dick touched or something
like that dude,
not saying any of that's okay.
Danny Masterson, right?
Yeah, fucking
like
raped multiple.
Yeah, awful.
I said it again. That's fine. We're not getting paid. It's fine.
Awful things that he did. Awful things that he did that landed him, basically life in prison. I'm pretty sure.
I thought he's doing 40.
I mean, he's
40 something. Yeah, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, like,
and he's already been. Excuse me. He's already been like beaten up once or whatever.
Oh, really?
Like, sure
yeah.
Oh
So
boy,
people like that, where there is real, true, like.
You know what that is? That's O.J. Simpson.
Roast J. Simpson.
Yeah, his number.
Yeah, that was
flames on it like he's burned.
Oh my god. Okay. He got the Bronco on the sleeves too. You see that?
Yeah.
He got the Bronco on the sleeves.
He got all sorts of things. The gloves didn't fit when he was taking them off.
Damn, that's aggressive.
Dude, this is something you're probably.
You
going
remember Greg
this
Giraldo?
Yes, dude.
Yeah, he was
one of the greatest.
And Lisa Lampanelli, she was a good one too.
Dude, there was a lot of people
Classic
from that time.
roast.
The first thing that I ever really hit me, minus like actual stand up, that hit me in a way that I was like, "Whoa, this is thought provoking," was when Citizen Kane did the song with, I think it was Citizen Cope did the song with Greg Giraldo's. It's like, let the drama beat, let the drama beat. They did the beat, but it was over Greg Giraldo's stand-up. And it's him just quoting the obesity epidemic and like how these fat fucks can't pull up their pants. And he's going off on like, I think it's like a 6-minute rant, but they did it over like a hip-hop beat. And it was like a one-hit wonder song. It was on the radios everywhere.
Like that just catch, right?
I never heard of that.
This is maybe 96, 97, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were not born yet? Okay, yeah. But
You
I
were
remember that
not
being on the radio and being
was a
like
negative baby.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about you.
Oh,
we were working.
Hey! Speaking of babies,
yeah, you had the baby now, don't you?
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah, how old is it now?
She.
Not bad.
Didn't
know if y'all identified it yet.
Well, we talked to her and.
Damn it, we're gonna have to add that one too. She said, "Go gaga."
How old is she?
She is 17 months old, or 18 months, somewhere like within a year and a half, basically. And dude, she's awesome. Like, already full of attitude, and she's awesome, super smart. And she is going to have a sibling.
Brother.
Brother.
He's been working overtime, dog.
Shit there, dog.
Brother. I'm going to be working a lot of overtime in my near future, it seems like. Yeah.
Putting in that work.
Are you trying to be on 19 plus?
I am trying to start a home basketball team. So.
Yeah, no shit.
Shit.
Yeah. Do you know who the Duggard family is?
Yeah.
You know who that is, right?
Yeah, 19 Kids in Count?
Yeah. Have you seen the documentary on them?
Yeah, it's rough. Man, wait, I'm trying
2 episodes in.
I keep trying to pull us like out of the
dark,
dark,
and
he's like,
hey, yo, brother. Maybe John and K plus 8. How about that?
I'm like,
she's abusive,
I'm like,
right?
hey, so speaking of all this dark, shit, we
let's do something positive.
Yeah, I'm having a baby. Well, hey, have you seen the Duggard podcast?
You know they fucking touch. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, dude, that's awesome, dude. She's walking. Yeah, say something.
When's the baby due?
So,
do you know?
Yeah, no, Penny's walking, talking. She's got a lot of words that she likes to say, and
me too.
She's trying to count. You know what I mean? So that's
me
really
too,
cool. Dude. It's pretty.
She
great.
might be my new best friend, dude.
Dude, she's mine.
Flashcards.
And I've got.
I'm like,
that's the cool thing about kids is like. That's one thing I was really scared about, right? Was like having more than one kid when I was younger. Was like, how am I going to spread this love? And every one of them have just a different like part of you, right? So it's like, you know, you love them all very much equally, but it's like they all have a different part that, you know, like a section. It's weird. And but no, the new baby is supposed to be born. Our due date's sometime early October, like October 11th.
So do you know a sex of it already?
Yeah, we do.
Ooh, is this another sex drop?
Are you
It's another sex drop? Might as well.
Maybe let's call it gender reveal, guys.
All right.
Yeah,
well, I just thought like maybe we could drop a new name for that
gender
too.
drop.
Okay,
GD.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, dude.
Dude, this is going down the toilet.
Hey man, listen.
Holy shit.
We go big.
Yeah.
We go big for the anniversary, right?
Yeah.
We go big. Okay.
Yeah.
I did not drop the R bomb. We were talking about an R bomb, but not that
He
one.
did it twice.
Twice.
Two
I didn't
times.
say it neither times.
No.
Both of them.
Sorry.
Man. Anyways, yeah. So it's gonna be a boy. So that's really cool.
Fuck yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. So we're gonna have 3 boys and 2 girls.
Going back
Five
and
of
forth.
Wow. Cinco.
Do we have a name?
Holy shit.
We're kind of throwing names back and forth. I don't really have none that are like gripping us. Excuse me.
So you don't have one that
Throws up on the mic.
you don't have one
That's
that
the
you
name
want
trying to
and
come
she
out. I'm not
wants?
supposed to tell.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't have one you want and she wants one different. And like
No, she wants all these wild, crazy names like women do, and I like old fashioned names that the child will not grow up and have to share a name, right? So like my son's name is Everett because it's an older name, and he's rarely going to have an Everett in his class, so he won't have to be Everett S.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't have to deal with that, but I grew up with a lot of people that hated that, where it'd be like Michael, and they'd be like 3 Michaels in the class.
Yeah.
It'd be like Michael S. or Michael whatever, and I want them to feel a little bit like they stand out, right? So from base level. So that's Penelope. That's another one that I don't hear too often. It's a little more
dope.
Yeah.
it's a little more common than Everett, but it's not as
Really?
still. Yeah,
I feel like
I've heard some Penelopes.
Yeah.
Penelope.
Yeah.
What would you what would be the nickname to Penelope?
Like
Penny?
I'm like a big fan of like
Gertrude?
Olga and Gertrude. Yeah, dude, you got
Gertrude.
me.
Okay, listen. I don't understand
Gertie.
how
I like
you
Gertie.
can. I don't understand how you can name a baby, just born baby, right? Little guy doesn't even talk, walk, nothing. How you gonna name
Gertrude.
that thing Gertrude?
Gertrude.
How do
You know
do
what you
it?
call
Myrtle.
for a nickname?
Myrtle. That's another
Myrtle.
one. Myrtle.
Instead of
Ethel.
Gertrude?
Even Linda.
Ethel.
Linda to me is like a 40-year-old
That's
woman's
little
name.
Linda.
Yeah, like
Little Linda.
I don't understand how that works.
Just call him G-Thing. G-Thing, babe.
What about Ethel?
E-Thing.
And by the way,
Whatever the first letter is.
to any Gertrudes, Ethels, or
No offense.
Myrtles
Yeah.
listening, no offense. We
Yeah,
appreciate
but I
your
also
we appreciate your
Throw it down in the
viewership.
comments how
Leave a
your
like.
childhood was.
Yeah.
Because I want to
Leave a like.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just willing to gamble that if there is an Ethel Gertrude or a Myrtle listening, they probably
turn
grew
it
up
off.
with other
Yeah.
Ethels,
Yeah, in
Myrtle,
that
and
time
Gertrudes
frame.
because they're old.
I just recently saw like a time lapse of like popular names in the U.S. like per state. Have you seen that?
I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen like the most.
Jacob took like the world by storm for like 10 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked the name Jacob, but it's just like I said. There's just so I know I can throw a rock and hit a
15
Jacob.
of
You know?
Just call him Jimothy. There's no Jimothys.
Yeah,
Call him Jim for short.
we like Theodore.
Timothy's kind of
Call him
Theodore's
Teddy.
Theodore.
Ooh, Teddy's nice.
It's a hater.
Ted,
There's a lot of
Teddy.
history in that name.
Yeah, well, see,
know.
I like Roosevelt.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he's like my favorite.
Roosevelt
president.
as a first name.
He's
I
like
think would be cool
he's
as
the
fuck,
epitome
too.
of masculinity.
Yeah.
That would be a sick first name, I think.
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt?
I liked Roosevelt.
I think
I was like, well,
Roosevelt's
let's name him
pretty
Roosevelt. But
Rosie as a nickname, even though it's kind of feminine, but you could still be a
You-
badass
our thing?
motherfucker. Stop with the thing.
You know,
Hey.
our dog,
Hey.
Rhodey.
Our thing. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
step back from that one, yeah?
yeah,
I
my
think
like because
Roosevelt
my
would be
first
cool.
name's old school, Randall. But see, there's a lot of older guys.
What's your middle name, Jethon?
No, Edward. I'm a junior, so that's why the RJ comes
Randall
from.
Jr.
Yeah,
It's also
Orange Jr.
Orange Julius.
Orange Julius.
No. It wasn't that. It's Orenthal James.
Yeah.
Orenthal James Simpson. Yeah.
There was somewhere I was going before you said that, and I can't remember.
You said Julius? Julius? I know I said Randall Jr. and you said something after that.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I had a buddy in high school that his name was Zach, but we called him Randall because do you remember the Monsters Inc?
Oh, of course, there was a monster whose name was Randall, and my name was Randall.
Yeah.
I never found Randall on the fucking tags and the name lanyards and all that bullshit, but it was in Monsters Inc. So you bet your ass I remember Randall.
Yeah, but we called him Randall because he looked just like that fucking thing, that chameleon thing.
That's tough.
At least I was called Randall because it was my name. So that's great.
Yeah.
Dude, Monsters Inc. Great movie.
Yeah, dude, Minions 4 is coming out in like a month and a half or something. Have you seen Imaginary Friends?
No.
Jackie and I got a date to watch Toy Story tonight, and I haven't seen Toy Story.
Say what now?
Jackie and I have a date to watch Toy Story tonight.
The first one?
No, like the third one.
Oh, like y'all have never seen them?
No, I've watched all of them, but we haven't like.
I haven't seen 3 and 4
in like, or maybe it is the fourth one. The one that has Forky in it. Apparently, is the
one
I
haven't seen that one.
To watch. Okay, the fourth one. Then we're watching that. I haven't seen that.
I think I've only seen 1 too.
Yeah,
same thing with Shrek. There's like 17 Shreks or something now.
I don't know.
I've seen 1.
I only saw up to 4, I think.
Yeah, I think there's 4.
Yeah,
but
I've seen the.
I thought the last Toy Story was the one with the mean bear.
That's 3.
See, I thought that was the last one, and I was like, "Cool, Toy Story's done. I'm good."
Mean Bear,
and then they
came out with be done.
Yeah, and then they came out with a Forky one, or Forky's in the next one, and so she's like, "We gotta watch it." So we're watching that tonight,
dude. Is there like kid movies you get excited about seeing now that you have kids, or are you already just like movies or don't like?
I like movies.
Inside Out 2 is coming out this year.
I haven't seen
the one about the emotions in the head.
Seen those things, and my kids don't really sit down and watch movies so much anymore. You know, like Everett likes Godzilla. Like Braxton likes soccer, so he's like into sports. He's doesn't really ever want to sit down and watch a movie. He wants to like either go outside and play soccer or watch something about soccer or football. You know, either which way. And then Maddie, same thing. She's doing the cheer situation, so like she's really into cheer or like music more than she's into like sitting down and watching anything. And then Everett's into Godzillas and all the things that come with the MonsterVerse. So I can sit down and watch them with that. So I'll get a chance to watch, go back to watching the kiddie movies with Penelope and the new baby. So really, like, none of the new things I really watched much of. Yeah. Everett, because before I met Taylor, I had Everett for a little while, just him and I, and he was never able to sit down and watch a movie, like, for me to take him. He was always just too, so, and now that he's calmed down and he can watch the movies and stuff, he's not into so much of those little, those movies. Yeah. We've been watching Star Wars together a lot. But that's not a kid's movie either.
Yeah. And, dude, Star Wars has so many different little spin-offs and
TV shows. We've been watching a lot of Star Wars.
It's like as deep as the Marvel universe.
Oh, probably.
It's just like deep as the Bible.
Yeah. Also that. Yeah. Because each one of them have their own fucking thing.
And now you're just waiting for their spin-offs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're like, so when is, like,
that's what's crazy, right?
Cat going to get a spin-off?
Like it's like a ripple. The spin-offs and the sequels and
Which when Star Wars originally was coming out, they were doing that. They would do a real movie, and then they would do a character spinoff, and then they got away from that, and now they just recently restarted that with the...
I do feel like there is such thing as, like, flooding the market. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oversaturating it. Like,
well, it's because
I was thinking about it because, like, okay, this is a really good segue, right? Because I was thinking about, like, the Fallout games. Have you guys watched the new Fallout series?
I haven't, but I heard it's crazy good.
It's really good. It's really good. Yeah. I've been a long-time Fallout fan.
I'm going to just play the trailer. The trailer
I've watched a couple episodes of it.
The Fallout games are really good, and I've been a fan of those for a very long time, and so, like, I've been waiting forever for like a new game or something to come out, because I hated 76. I've tried to go back and play it. I hated it.
4 to me was hands down.
I love 4. To me, it was New Vegas, then 4.
Explain these things. What are these? Like, what? No, what is that?
So you got
Fallout. The first one is
you got Fallout 1 and 2, which are PC games, and they're 2D platformer. You know, real deal role playing. You know, point and click. Role playing adventure game, and they were made by Obsidian Studios, and then they made another one like Tactics or something, and I haven't played that one. But then they, through whatever, they were bought by Bethesda Games, who made the third one, and they made it a 3D game, first-person shooter type game, and it did really well. That's the first game I played, and then I went back and played the others. And then they had New Vegas that came out. It was made, so Fallout 3 was made by Bethesda. And then they used that same like template, and they made 18 months later they made New Vegas, but they let the original creators do that one, if that makes sense. And it also is represented by like setting, like in the games. So if the games that Bethesda has made are all on the East Coast, all the settings, and the games that Obsidian made are all on the West Coast. And so, you know, in number 3, you're trying to find your dad. You grow up in a vault. You're trying to find your dad, where to go. Then New Vegas, you're in. What is that? What is number 3? Do you remember where that one's at? Washington D.C., the capital. Yeah. And then New Vegas, you're in Las Vegas. You're in the Mojave Desert. And then 4, you're in Boston. And then 76, you're in Atlantic City. Then 76. The reason I don't like it is because they launched it. Is it
set in 76 or something?
No, but it's set. They released it as an online only game with no NPCs at all when they first launched.
So everybody's live.
Yeah, and it made it for a really boring game. And then you can't pause it. Like, I'm a dad of 5 kids, as we just established, or soon to be, and I can't play live games. Yeah. Let me put it this way. My loving fiance. Oh, damn! I didn't tell you about that. But my loving fiance. I'll tell you. We'll go back to that.
You're like, I killed her. She's in the.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. She's in.
I didn't tell you about
in the back
that.
of the truck.
This ain't on, is it?
You are.
We're not live, right?
No, you guys are accomplices. That was my plan. See, I'm not going alone.
Yeah.
Right. So, but no, she would definitely like be okay with me playing online games. But as you know, a man and as a partner and as a dad of a soccer team, I decided that it's probably not best to do that, because I'm going to need to pause. Like, I can play my game any day, any time of the day, but then Dad or babe, I need help. I can pause it, set it down. Well, they took that away because it's an online game only, and then the microtransactions, they're trying to take everything from you. It's ridiculous. And then they did patches and updates and things like that. They added NPCs and they revamped it and all that, but it's just still not.
Doesn't hit the same. I feel like it's Fallout 4.
Mm-mm.
So when they dropped the show that just dropped,
I'm currently playing Fallout 4, by the way.
Again, are you?
For like the 4th time.
Yeah.
So is Fallout 4 actually the 4th Fallout? Or Fallout?
It was probably that was probably the 6th.
That's a work game.
The 6th. Yeah. It was the 6th one. I think or maybe 7th.
Not gonna make it.
It was like 7.
So
but it's the 4th in the main series, right? Okay. Kind of like how Assassin's Creed did, right? Like they did the same thing. 1, 2. What was it? 1, 2, Revelations, Brotherhood, all the whatever.
Yeah. So did they drop a game with the show, like to help hype?
No, they didn't.
Either.
But my hope is that they were testing the market to see, because it's the same people that make the Elder Scrolls series now. With like Skyrim hasn't been made in fucking 11 or 12 years now, and everybody's wanting number 6 to come out. So it's made by the same studio. So I don't know. I'm hoping that they'll see, because I've seen an oversaturation of Fallout now. Yeah. Also, that's kind of the round that I was coming back to. I was like, okay, hold on, I'm an old fan. Like,
also, with that being said, is the
show's really good?
Is it one of the games?
No, it's set in the. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, you go ahead. I was gonna say about the show that the only thing that I don't like about this. It's like I've gotten a couple episodes into it. There is like a childish side to it. But I think I understand what they're trying to do.
Like Disney type
There's
kid?
kind of that like kid humor in it where things get a little too blown out. You're
it's
like,
WWE.
They didn't have to do that.
Well, depending on how and what way, that's the beauty of Bethesda games, in my opinion. Like, it's such an open and expansive world that they create for you that you can do anything. You can have a goofy whatever, and I think that they're trying to encompass, and it's hard to encompass everything. The serious side with the ghoul, the serious like Wastelander side, and then like with the Brotherhood, very serious, brutal side, and then the ditzy. Because the Vault Dweller is supposed to be made to look ditzy and Disney. Yeah, very kiddish.
Is it similar to the movie Zombieland? Where it's like, there's serious parts because literally everybody's dead.
Yeah.
You're going around trying to find survivors. But there's fun parts because they're like, you just killed Bill Murray.
Well, it's like the okie dokie. And then she saws the dude's head off.
And like in some of that stuff, and then it just like it kind of goes just a little too far. You really
Suicide Squad vibe. It was like
kind of Suicide
Joker
Squad,
was a little
but listen, that's a small part because most of it is written well.
It is.
It's well paced.
And I'm not gonna like tax them too much for it because I understand what they're trying to do. You know what I mean? Because you can capture multiple markets with that show. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like it still hits with that 30 and under, and it'll still hit with people that are kids that are 14 to 18.
30
that can
old,
watch it. You know what I mean? Like so they did a lot, and the diehard fans are gonna watch it because it's Fallout. You know what I mean? So.
It looked good enough for me to not have ever played a game ever. I saw the trailer and I was like, "Damn, I kind of gotta watch that."
No, it's really good.
Because the dude that plays the main character, I think that's the main character. I don't know. The dude,
there are three main
with
characters.
the burned face or whatever.
The ghoul. Yeah.
The ghoul. He plays opposite Danny McBride in a TV show called Vice Principals, where they're both vice principals and they're trying to win over the principal job.
Yeah.
And bro, he crushes it.
He's in a lot of things. He's Walter Goggins. He's a really good.
Yeah, he's underrated.
Yeah.
I don't remember the other things that he's in, but every time I see him in something, I'm like, oh damn, he did really well on that.
Those games are really fun. It's fun, especially like living in this world to escape. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
But at the I can't remember what is the second one about. The first one is your water chip goes bad in the vault, and then they come to you. So you know the whole deal with the vaults, right?
I know nothing about that.
Oh, brother, it's such a good lore to get into. It really is, because it's like the evilness of capitalism. And,
I just know the little boy logo thingy.
Right.
I've seen that. I used to work at Hot Topic, and they'd had their merch everywhere.
So basically, I'm trying to see if I can do a really like quick synopsis here, but basically, big war going on between China and the U.S. as far as like the war hasn't happened yet, but there's a conflict. It's leading up to a war. Our history is the same up until World War II. Then after that, instead of the transistor was never invented, so instead they used nuclear energy. So then everything's kind of retro in like 50s, but the year's 2077, right? And but everything's kind of retro.
I'm gonna play it while you're talking, just so I can kind of capture some of that.
And so, what happens is there's a company in there called Vault Tech, and basically they're selling everybody doomsday stuff, right? They're like, hey, we got these vaults, you sign up.
Is that where the little boy is from?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
And so they're like, yeah, you sign up, you'll get you a spot in the vault, you'll be cool, you'll be able to live and try to ride out underground, safe from the radiation and the nuclear fallout, right? And but at the end of the day, and people do this, and there's like over 100 vaults all throughout the U.S. because the games are based in the U.S. Yeah, games are based in the U.S. But not to ruin the ending to any and everything, but yeah, Vault Tech is the bad guy, and
so this company right here is the bad guy.
Yeah, so they sold everybody the vaults, but in the game, so the TV show kind of explains, and I don't want to spoil the TV show, so I'm not going to tell that part, but the games have always been kind of like hinting at like Vault-Tec's not good.
Yeah.
Right? Vault-Tec
like
runs experiments on their vaults, and so but they don't ever get into who or why, like who's saying that they are going to do that or why they're doing it.
Yeah.
You just find evidence when you get to explore vaults that have been opened, and you read the terminals in like Vault 11, which is one of my favorite vaults. That's the one where they told you the overseer, or every year there has to be a sacrifice for this vault to keep going.
My mom started this. That's crazy.
And every year you have to sacrifice somebody. And everybody was mad at the overseer, so they decided that each year they're going to elect a sacrifice. He was going to be the overseer. At the end of his term, he'd go down to the sacrificial chamber. And so it became...
Tough life.
Dude, it became a smear campaign of like, hey, don't elect me. I don't need to be overseer. Cody needs to be overseer. Cody doesn't pay his vault taxes, so he needs to be the overseer.
Hey,
and it's like...
Don't slander my name.
Right?
So... The cool thing about all this stuff is that each
turns out they did not have to do that. They were testing the will of the people to buck authority.
Yeah. Dude, that is literally a CIA
experiment.
Yeah.
And so
this is kind of based off of real life, but they're making it into...
Right.
They're saying this could happen totally.
They
easily.
Weave it in there. Yeah, they say... and like...
Well, this has happened.
If so everybody... and each vault has their own lore, right? Like, each vault has their own thing that they're known for, or whatever it is. And even though it's a complete, made up ordeal, right? But you could see this being like, okay, this could totally happen in today's society.
Like, and it'll do something like that, right? Where the people find out, like, there's a big massacre, everybody in the vault, but like 5 people die. And then they're like, yeah, all right, we're just going to sit here and we're going to do whatever. And we're not going to sacrifice anybody. There's been a murder spree. There's been a war in here because of all these different circumstances from that. And then that's when they find out, oh yeah, you never had... It's like a happy message.
It's like, did you ever watch Lost?
Yeah.
You know, with the button?
I never saw that.
They had like 48
minutes. It looks so
minutes.
goddamn boring to me.
It's... Well, okay, so in Lost, there's like they find this chamber.
You can spoil it.
They find this chamber where it's like they have to press this button every so often, right? There's a timer that goes off every like 48 minutes or whatever the fuck it is, or like 2 hours or something.
So I'm going to solve the show real quick. Put a break on it.
So, no, well, okay, but here's the thing. So, like, they get in there, nobody's in there, and so they have to keep somebody down there to press this button, and they do it for, like, fucking a long
What happened before they got there, though?
That's what, it's all about this, like, it's all
I know you didn't write it, and I'm not coming at you.
And so, but then that's that vault. In vault, there's another vault where they were like, all right, we're just going to leak just a smidge bit of radiation through here and just see what happens. And then there's another vault where it's like all women.
Louisiana.
There's another vault where it's like, there was a vault where it was one dude and it was just one guy and a bunch of puppets.
Alabama.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Keep going?
And the insanity goes.
I'm just going to tell you where they're at.
But it's crazy, right? Yeah. So like, but you can see where kind of like the powers that be would kind of, I mean, I don't know if they would do that to us or not, but like you can see where like the people being confined in a small space like that for a long time.
You can't
like these people like, oh well shit, you done changed it back. It's all right.
It ran out.
But the other people from the vault, from the TV show, they've been in that vault for 200 years. That's a lot of years. Yeah. Well, and so like,
incest. Well, they
Actually, aren't we all incest if we're believing in some things?
Some things,
right?
I mean,
yeah.
Also, I was just on a river trip over the weekend, and somebody brought up a good point. They themselves weren't saying this. They said a friend of theirs had a question, and maybe this happened to them.
Asking for a friend is what they said.
No, they said their friend
totally for a friend.
Their friend approached them and was like, "Hey, I got a question for you." Morally. So it makes me think that the friend that approached that person, that happened to them. Mm-hmm. But they were like, morally, if you found out like you were dating somebody for years, then you found out they're your fourth cousin, what would you do?
Fourth cousin?
Yeah, and my response to this was, what the fuck is a fourth cousin? How do you find out? Where is that in your family?
Well, your first cousins would be your parents' brother or sister.
Yes.
So your second cousin could be their cousin's it would be
like so it's almost like fourth cousins. Would it even matter then? It's so far away.
I don't.
I'm also not sure if what I'm saying is morally correct. I'm so not.
Well, legally it is,
but you know what I'm saying.
Legally it is.
It's so far away.
Legally, I believe it's like second or third.
I think it's second.
What do you mean legally?
Like it's
like
illegal,
it's allowed.
It's illegal to
marry second.
To marry your brother, sister, your aunt, uncle.
Okay, it sounds like you're coming down on me a little bit.
Or your
like it makes me sound like I'm trying to apply for it.
No, your first or second cousin.
No,
you're asking a question. I'm giving you details.
Yeah. But what I'm saying
is, after your second cousin, you can marry a relative that is not whatever. You know what I mean?
He's looked into it.
I have. Yeah.
What do your third cousins look like?
Whoa. Yeah, I don't know, because that's like a weird. I feel like that is something that you probably should talk to the person that you are dating about. Just be like, hey, just found this out. This is what's going on.
How is the relation too, right?
Yeah. So like, I mean, it's a very good question. I told her when she brought this up that her friend asked her about it, I was like, I don't even know what a fourth cousin is. Yeah. I don't even know how I'd react. Yeah. Even live on the spot. I'd be like,
you got to think.
I don't even know what that means.
We evolved from people who were in tribes, right? Like we were tribal, and you got to be honest. There was incest going on back then.
They call them incestors, right?
Yeah, incestors.
Incestors.
Invest in the incest.
Yeah, whoa.
That's Alabama's.
That's Alabama's state slogan.
That's a fucking pedophile island, dog. This is a ruined episode.
Just never going to air.
Epstein Island, dog. That's what he was doing, investing in the incest.
Yeah, he's got that.
He got some Alabama in him.
He's got that
I think they were getting their.
Well, does it matter? Does it matter once you get
countries? So I don't think it was necessarily.
Not very much
yeah. Does it matter once you get like? I know you just said legally. It's illegal. Legally, it's illegal to date your second cousin or whatever. Is that just blood?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure,
because I don't know the logistics. Well, what does marriage do?
It's one of those things that's
because what if you start dating? Like, what if? I mean, obviously you love Jackie. What if y'all get married, and then your dad falls in love with her mom? Is there something illegal going on there?
No, there's nothing illegal about that.
Yeah, but then you're now that y'all are brother sister.
Yeah, that's more of like a weird situation, but it's.
Yeah, but what would you call? What would you then if y'all went to jail?
They don't live.
Who is this? Who's in the car? What's relation to that? That's my wife's sister.
Wife's mother?
No, that's your wife and your sister.
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying.
So what do you say?
Well, I think because you were married first.
Yeah, but
I think it would just be wife.
Yeah, I think it becomes weirder if like your parents have been married. But here's the thing though, like what if you're?
I feel like when old people get up there, they just they're just like, yeah, fuck it, let it rip, you know?
Yeah. Well, it definitely, it's.
Oh yeah, they're shooting from it. They're like anybody got tagged.
What's up?
Come over here.
Yeah. It's definitely.
I've always wondered that.
Like it's definitely a case of what comes first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
if they get together first and then you. And if if you're living together, then we're talking some damage there. But then, like, if you're adults, if everybody's adults, I don't know. I mean,
but also, it'd be fucked up if Jackie and I got married, and then my dad hit on her mom. I'd be like, "Hey, fucker, what do you do?" You know what I mean? And be like,
you know what this reminds me of?
Calm down.
This was like one of our first episodes with Justin Hoppy. Mm-hmm. He brought up this stepsister porn. Oh, he's like, what would you do if that was real or some shit? And I'm like,
I do remember him talking about that. Yeah. Old Justin. Damn.
Shit is wild, brother. Yeah. Anything else new going on with you?
Oh well. So
I
proposed to Taylor in Disney World a couple months ago.
Y'all are Disney people?
Those pictures.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, congrats.
We wanted to take the.
We sound so unenthusiastic.
Let's
try that again. Start from scratch.
We wanted to take the kids to. We wanted to take the kids to Disney World, and so I thought, what better opportunity, right, than to just do it there. Might as well have already wifed her up, basically.
He sounds so excited too.
Well, I'm going off the vibe I got.
Well, okay.
I said restart. Go from scratch.
So I don't want to be like, yeah, man, we went to Disney, and then you guys are just like.
No. Restart. Let's go again.
Let's leave the Disney part out and just say the thing.
Yeah, say the thing again. Go again.
I proposed to Taylor.
What?
Yeah. Okay. Yes. All right.
That's what we need. Dude.
No, so it's really cool, and we're excited. We don't really have a date or anything set yet, but no, that was cool. I hadn't been to Disney since I was like, I don't know, like 8 years old, 7 or 8 years old. Like my son's age in between them. So, that was cool. I was gonna fight on June 1st. I was trying to fight for a promotion, but I hurt my knee again, so I think I'm pretty much done with the MMA and the competing in MMA. I don't know if I'll give boxing a shot or not, but my knee's pretty out of it. You know what I mean?
Which one is it this time?
This is my left knee. It's the same one.
Oh, okay.
And the problem is trying to work. No, my right one's good.
Yeah, they are.
My right one's good. No, they
took the stuff out of the right one.
Yeah, they took the graft out of my right one. Okay. Because I had this one done twice.
That's right.
Yeah, but no, it's just like every chance, like every time I get the ball rolling, something happens, and then I don't have the time to take that prolonged surgery and time off work and things like that.
Yeah.
So, and it's a young man's sport. I'm not getting any younger.
Yeah.
But I might try to box. I might try to do the bare knuckle boxing. I don't know. It really just depends. Sometimes it's hard to especially not fighting. Like my last fight was in December of it's like 3 years ago, so 2021. So it's been a long time.
Yeah.
And so I was excited, but also at the same time, like after I had to back out because of the knee issue, it was also kind of not surprising, so it didn't hurt super bad either. So I'm more or less coaching now, so I'm coaching a little bit at the gym, and I've got a guy fighting on the 18th, May 18th.
Who is that?
A kid, his name is Jacob Abbott. He's making his debut. He's
Jacob.
Oh yeah,
that's
at Island Fights.
Yep. Yeah. So he's making his debut, and I've been working with him a lot. And other than that, man, just working and living life. Not a whole lot's changed this year.
Your jiu-jitsu coach,
Carlos,
just started at Panacea.
Yes, yeah.
Isn't that so sick?
Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah,
you're not remembering who that is, are you?
Carlos.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
it just didn't look like it landed on you.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he started teaching at Panacea, which was really cool. I'm really happy he was able to do that.
Does he live over there?
He lives in Foley, yeah. So it makes sense for him,
Yeah.
I guess.
And they treat him really good over there. So
yeah, I was over there at an open mat on a Friday, and he brought that up, and I was like, "No shit, that's dope." Not Carlos, but Tony told me.
Yeah.
I was like, "That's really dope."
Do you know what classes he's doing over there?
I don't.
Oh, he's doing kickboxing.
Oh,
he's teaching him kickboxing, which he's worked with me long enough that he can teach some secret sauce.
Hell yeah. That's awesome, dude.
Well,
that's super cool.
Is there anything you want to shout out before we get out of here?
Just shout out to my family for doing their family thing and supporting me and everything I do, and continue to support them. Don't really have anything to shout out. I don't want to the last thing I said to really think of it as a retirement. If I can figure out a way to fight again, I probably will.
Yeah.
But it's just I gotta look at the X's and O's of the situation going forward.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of at a blockade here, because that's one of the hardest things to deal with is knowing that it's not here, it's not here. It's here.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to finish a race on a blown tire, and it really sucks. But
But we both know that you definitely do want to fight if you can find a way to do it. And you're gonna do it.
Yeah,
but
it's hard to give up though. That's the biggest thing, right? That people don't ever really dive into is how hard it is. That I'm growing up in my life and had a rough upbringing, so things were rocky, and so it's hard to get a hold of who you are when you have a rocky foundation. It's hard to be stable. And then I get out of high school, and football obviously didn't work out for me in high school. And not that I was really ever super sold on that, But then I found the boxing thing and I got really good at it. And so like it has been my identity for 12 years or so now.
Yeah.
And everybody and their brother, when you fighting again? When you fighting again? And it's hard to like
swallow that pill.
It's hard to swallow that pill, and it's hard to like think about like what am I going to put my efforts to, because that all came so natural. And like of course I love plumbing, so like my effort goes to that and all of that. You know, like I have things I do. I'm not rocking, crying, depressed, but there is a little like a void where it's like, man, what do I do with all that time? Like, yeah, coaching, but you know, I'm still in that selfish mindset of like, other than the people that I am coaching, of like, I don't want to coach like a school of people. Just one of my few guys, and I look more of it as like we're training partners together, because I still want that, fill that itch, and I can't be a coach full time until I get rid of that itch. Otherwise, that ego's always going to be there. And so it's one of those weird things that I'm like trying to figure out, right? Because like I did want to do the stand-up comedy, right? I tried to do that a few times, and I didn't do terrible. And it is a lot harder than people think it is. It's way harder than just telling a couple jokes to your buddies. But it's also really hard to justify 4 kids and one on the way sitting at home, and I'm at a bar at 9 o'clock on a Tuesday night. Yeah, that's hard to. Oh, I'm trying something now at 30. So that's difficult. So I'm trying to find like this perfect little balance of something that can, I guess, get me the same recognition.
How old were you when you started having kids?
I was 23.
So you never really had an opportunity to explore things that were more beneficial with no responsibilities.
Right.
That's what it sounds like you're running into now, is like, it's tough to start those things.
Yeah. Well, and I don't mean it in a negative way at all, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, like, I didn't mean it like negative.
It's like it's hard to like, what can I? Because like with my point in my life where I'm at now in boxing or MMA, I can just go in there and I can just work out.
Yeah.
I can go in there, I can throw some music on, I can just do the bag for 15 rounds and then leave. With the exception of money. But you know what I mean? Like skill wise.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go in there and go, okay, how do I, like, I tried to pick up playing guitar, and this shit is, and I'm picking up fast, but it's infuriating because it takes forever. And it's like, and you're just, right. Oh, okay. Whereas, again, boxing, I can go in there, I can just go, and look good and feel good and feel that, you know, and so it's little things, and I'm just trying to find something that, because the self-esteem that I had before I started fighting, and the self-esteem that I had whenever I like walked in a room and felt like, oh, I could fuck these guys up, like room of 2 or 3 or 10, it doesn't matter, 100, like that feeling you get, it feels really good, and I relied on that for a long time. So now, like, I want something to scratch that itch that's not necessarily that same itch, if that makes sense. So like, I don't want to like walk in a room and be all arrogant, but I want to like feel like I contribute to something. As a fighter, I'm contributing to society's entertainment, so I'm fighting, and people like to watch me fight, and it's cool. So like, I don't know what my next step is or what I want to get into. Like, I tried the podcasting thing, right?
You were doing pretty good.
It was okay, but I got intimidated by. What was really weird is I got intimidated by quality, because I had to start doing it when I could, because things started getting busy. I had to do it when I could, and then I can't do it. Like, I tried doing it on the back porch at night, but then there's just dogs and cats and ambulances, and it's like, so then I don't have a studio room in my house. I've got 4 kids, so all my rooms are taken up.
Yeah.
And so it was trying, and
you do it on your phone and stuff. I could tell.
Yeah, and I didn't like the quality of the product. I was getting okay views for me, like, it wasn't nothing crazy. It was double digits though. It was like, it was like 20, 30 views. People in Switzerland were listening. It was cool, right? But I just I ended up feeling like it was a monkey on my back towards the last couple of episodes where I'm like, all right, this fight ended, let me go here, and then I have to edit it, and I have to do all this, and I have to make it perfect because I want this podcast to come out right after this event. and I want it to be posted, because one thing that I catch myself a lot is like my buddies, anytime anybody comes over and watches fights with me, or there's a lot of times I will say something, just we're all here, him hawing, oh, he needs to do this, or oh, did you know this about this guy, or and then they'll say it on the TV, and my friends are always like pointing at me and making jokes. Well, it's happened a few times, like with the podcast, where I'll say something statistically or my opinion on something, and then the next day I'll get on YouTube and I'll see MMA Hour, and fucking Ariel Helwani has already said it, and I'm like, well, I want to post mine. So I, on record, have said it before his is posted. And it got a lot. Like, it got a lot for me.
Have you ever thought about being a commentator at Island Fights?
I've asked. But the only time they do commentary is whenever they have a TV deal. And when they have a TV deal, the TV company has a commentator. And, like, if you notice, like, they'll have some fighters do it a few times, but it's usually people they want.
You should just be like, can I do it for my YouTube channel? Just do it for local fights.
And like, see, because I thought I did a good job when I went to Milwaukee and I interviewed a few people and, you know, and things like that. Like, it was cool, and I want to get into doing it again. I did like it, but
because you're basically Tony Romo.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you're maybe physically past your prime as far as like joints and shit. My joints are the same way.
Right.
Like, I feel like I have the skill level to do stuff. But your mind is as sharp as it's ever been. Like, you're like, I fucking know this game.
Right. And that's another thing, too, right? Is that it's like, there was a couple of things with it. You know, I feel like the market's oversaturated. For sure. I mean, like, one of my go-tos, MMA On Point. I think they do a great job. And I love them, but it's like, they're coming out. I mean, they come out with it an hour after the thing, and they've got graphics and stuff. I'm like,
dude, fucking Luke, and I can't remember the other guy that does it with Luke.
Luke Thomas.
Yeah, dude, they do it seconds after the fight. Yeah. They live stream the second the fight's over, and then they're like live reaction, and it's the same quality. Yeah. You're like, how are you guys doing this?
And it's like, oh, okay. No matter what you do, you have to be obsessed to be able to make money. You can't do anything as a hobby and make money at it. And it's not the money that I was doing it for, but obviously that's why I started doing MMA. I wanted to fight. I liked fighting. But, hey, you can get paid to do this. So, hey, I like talking. I like talking about something I know about. You can end up one day, if you make the right decisions, get paid doing it. It's a very long, hard road to do and a lot of hoops to go through. But then it's just like, well, if I'm going to do that, I need to build a fan base. If I need to build a fan base, I have to have good quality. I have to have good, consistent quality on the content. So it's just something I'm trying to, like, focus on being a grown-up a little bit and, like, get my things in order, buy a house where I can have, like, a garage or something that I can go to, say, hey, Dad's in studio, let me do this.
You could also just spend, like, the summer, like, one day a weekend or something and just, like, try things like pool, bowling.
Isn't it weird how, like...
Pool's fun as fuck.
Like, I would only do, like, 20-minute podcasts. Like, that was my whole point. It was like, it's going to be 30 or under, like, so everybody can just listen to it on a commute or something.
There's no fat on it. It's
right?
Just,
And you would be surprised how hard it is to find 20 minutes of silence out of your day. Not alone time necessarily, because, like,
this is so hard to schedule.
Yeah. You know? Well, yeah, like, I mean, but time gets away from everybody. I know we tried to say our goodbyes like 30 minutes ago.
You're good. No, yeah, dude, it's definitely hard because, like, I'm also having I want to try something because I need to change my life. I'm tired of, like, the way things are. I need to change this.
Right.
So it's like I'm trying things too.
But you've given so much time of your life
to things.
I
gave 16 years of my life to skateboarding. It was never good. Nobody told me.
Well, the thing like jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm not trying to come off arrogant or toot my own horn, but I'll see guys both competing and commentating where I'm like, I'm just as good, if not better, than that guy. You know, I'm not gonna say those guys, but then that guy. I do see people fight on TV where I'm like, there are fucking levels, and I'm not that level, right? Yeah. Like, I'm not.
Like, CM Punk would wash you.
Yeah, 100%.
No, I'm kidding, dude. 100%. You would have bodied him in MMA.
Yeah, dude. CM Punk, MMA, boxing, grappling, Sanshao, Rochambeau.
The only thing he could, like, kind of body you in on, is the mic. He could body 100%. Anybody.
He could body me on the mic. If it was a roast battle, he's got me. But physically, I got him. I got him.
Yeah.
But with that being said, it's like I put so much time and effort to be that guy that it's like, okay, I can't compete. I've got to figure out a way to make the knowledge that I have and the abilities that I have work for me still, without having to coach necessarily. Because I don't want to necessarily have to deal with a bunch of people. Like, I don't mind coaching. I like coaching. I like the guys that I have. But I don't want to have to, like, hunt people down for gym memberships. And I don't want to have to, like, deal with the things that I see other gym owners deal with. That's another thing. I'm a very observant person. I act goofy and all that stuff. But I'm very observant when I sit and I'm talking and things like that. And sometimes I make decisions based on, like, well, do I ever want to own my own plumbing company? No. I literally have watched Larry and Larry's dad and Larry's cousin and Larry's brother and all these guys deal with the things they got to deal with. And to me, that shit ain't worth the money. Yeah. Like, just the customers and the county and the permits and the this and the that and the that.
I think the county really likes Uncle Larry,
Hell yeah. Big
They just want to keep in contact with him. Like, hey, what are you doing over there, dude?
Yeah.
You need to have him back on your podcast. Yeah.
We need to have sound dampening walls.
God, dude, he is so funny.
The neighbors complained last time. No, dude. Yeah, dude. I really hope that you find something. Like, I was even thinking, there's this dude, and I can't remember his name for the life of me, but he reviews old jiu-jitsu matches, like legendary matches. Mm-hmm. He lets the match play, and you only ever hear his audio breaking down what's happening live.
See, I tried that too. Cool I did shorts with that. Like, I did shorts with that when, I cannot remember who Caleb Plant fought when he knocked him out. And Curtis, what was his last name? Curtis something. Mm-hmm. Curtis Jackson. It's Curtis something, but yeah, he knocked him out or knocked him down, and I did that too. Like, and I got a couple of really good reels on Facebook for a little while, like good views and stuff. I just got to find something, and I just got to dive into it. Whereas, like, boxing has become so natural, there's no effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is something new.
So it's
a tough thing in social media. It's like consistency is everything.
Right.
So if you're not on top of something and doing it all the fucking time,
exactly,
dude, it's tough.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, but you got a family,
which is the ultimate win. Yeah. So that's why I'm saying it's not a negative thing.
Congrats on the fiancé ship.
The new baby.
Thank you.
The new baby. Adding another to the. You're gonna have to get a bigger car. This was okay. Going off, and I know you said, "Oh, we're gonna get dark" or whatever. This is a non-dark question about a dark topic.
Okay, go ahead.
The Duggar family, they had 19 at one point. And I'm going to let you go ahead and say your thing because I already know what you're going to say. How did they have enough drivers? Please say the correct answer, and I know you're going to. So they had 2 adults, the wife, the mom.
And then some of them were over 16. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
but at one point, they had 15 children.
Yeah.
Do the math. Not old enough to drive yet. Who's driving the little fuckers around?
Well, I think it depends on how
paying another person to be a driver.
It depends on how much time they have between the kids.
Okay, go further back then. Just a year then.
Yeah.
Go back enough where none of them can drive yet. Still too many to drive around in 2 legal vehicles.
Yeah.
There's not a car unless it's limousine.
Yeah, unless like
unless they got like one of the big 15-passenger vans where they can strap baby seats in. I don't know. That is a good question.
Mercedes vans or whatever.
Or like a bus, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you have to invest in buses.
But it's like, is everybody doing
2 Mercedes van or 2, those Sprinter vans or whatever?
Yeah, but this was before that was like popping. This was like early 2000s.
Yeah, but they had them things back in the day.
This was when TLC was Discovery Channel. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The Discovery Channel. They were doing like open head surgeries and shit.
The Discovery Channel and TLC were 2 different things.
Yeah, but the Discovery Channel owns TLC now.
Yeah.
You ever?
It used to be called The Learning Channel.
You ever sit back and go, "Damn, things are like going way too fast."
Oh yeah.
Like just like, okay, can we slow our fucking roll and go back to the
I'm
early
like, it's been
2000s?
a minute already. Jesus Christ.
Oof.
Takes a drink. All right. No, dude, we're going to get out on that. While we're getting out on that, you want to take one of those markers and sign the wall? We should have been doing this shit a long time ago. We've had 7 signatures by now or some shit. I don't even know.
Grab one of the silver ones.
The silver?
Yeah. Isn't that? Oh, never mind. I lied.
No, you
those
have.
Are fine.
Yeah, those are the correct markers, but just grab one of those style markers. There's only 5 of them.
Any of the
math, you're a boxer. I know you have a hard time.
Oh fuck! Wow. All right. Well, while they're doing
first time we ever knocked them over.
I'm gonna go ahead and shout out our first sponsor here today. That's a lifestyle experiment. I'm sure you guys have seen us post about ALE, but that is Rich Shimleski's brand. We have a code right now with them, SPS10, that gives you 10% off your entire cart on a lifestyle experiment. So check them out at alefl.com. Check out all their stuff they have on there, whether it's no-gi rash guards, no-gi shorts. They got hoodies and sweatpants going on right now. I think they still have some gis, possibly. I don't know. You're gonna have to double check me on that. They got all kinds of shit. Yeah, they got all kinds of shit coming out. If you want to sign up to get updates when they do, go onto their website, alefl.com, sign up for their email list so you can get updates on all their drops and all that kinds of good shit. Also, if you're wanting to get, I don't know, maybe say ALE tattooed on you, check out our homie Johnny Mumbles at Sacred Grounds Tattoo over here in Pensacola. One of the greatest down-to-earth dudes you'll ever fucking meet, and one of the dopest studios in Pensacola. Done work on both of us, and he's definitely going to be filling in my arm here soon.
You legitimately need to schedule that, like, this month.
Yeah, I know.
I'm being dead serious.
Okay, I got it.
I don't think you got it.
You bring
You're
it up
not
every
gonna
time.
get it. I know, and it's aggravating. Look at your sleeve. It's terrible.
I know. But yeah, but Johnny Mumble. So if you guys are in town, definitely reach out to him. He's got a little bit of a wait, so might have to figure that out. But he will definitely get you in, and it'll be one of the best experiences you've ever had at a tattoo studio. So definitely check them out. But yeah, that's about it, dog. So
we love you,
brother. Thanks for coming and hanging out, man.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Even though things were a little testy at the beginning, so whatever.
Space
it is. You did times 5. You've only been on 5 times.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's been more than that.
We're gonna have to check. We're gonna have to count that one.
Yeah, I thought this was 6 or 7.
It might be 6. Oh well, that's
maybe 5 times solo because you came on once with Logan.
Yeah, I've been on quite a. I'm pretty sure it was 5, but I don't remember.
Hey, we'll count it.
We'll double check
it. Hey, we'll make that 5 into a 7. It's not my first time doing that.
Yeah.
All right, brothers. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We're getting the fuck up out of here. We love you. Yee!